So I would assume that would very much depend on obviously the infrastructure and also the progressions with it. Like as you were saying earlier with the HGVs, that there's actually got to be a product on the market for them to physically use in order for that to be a thing. So is that probably something that I should imagine the government's looking at something like that regarding the development
Yes.
and obviously grants to help people develop those kind of things?
Yeah, absolutely. So there is so much innovation out there at the moment. There's lots of many startup companies who are creating really innovative products to enable us to take carbon out of the atmosphere, which is what we really, really need to do, but also to create vehicles that will run on electricity or renewable electricity as well. And depending on where you are in the UK, I know with Worcestershire County Council, there's money available for scaling up and also for innovation as well. So there are lots of different grants and funding, excuse me, grants and funding available. Yeah, it just depends where in the country you are.
Yeah, because I noticed something in the news the other day. I can't remember the exact date, so you have to forgive me. But they're saying about like every new home must have a car charging point from a set date.
Yes, yeah, definitely. It is. I think it's coming in 2023 actually.
Okay.
Where yeah, every new home or every new commercial building or retail outlet will have to have an EV charging point, and then any renovation that has got over 10 parking spaces as well will have to have that too. So
Yeah.
because at the moment new homes don't have that, and it's quite frankly ridiculous because
Yeah.
the infrastructure needs to catch up with the amount of EVs that are out there at the moment, and the rate at which they're growing, and you can't expect the public to adopt it if the infrastructure is not in place to enable them to charge up.
Because it did shock me actually when I read that. It's like, but they're not making solar panels a requirement also. Because I know for me personally, if I was looking at say a house with solar panels or a house without solar panels, because I know that's the way the world's going, I would buy the one with the solar panels, so I then don't have to make that investment like a couple of years down the line.
Yeah, absolutely. It should be. That's what I believe, and hopefully it will come in. And also talking, about putting ground source heat pumps or air to air heat pumps and things like that in new builds to enable, have it there from the very beginning. Yeah.
Yeah, to just have it all there, so then they can like I mean I understand maybe not underground storage, the big batteries that they can store underneath now. Maybe that not as a standard thing, because obviously if you can produce it from your solar panels and just run most of it off, it's just, I mean, I should imagine sooner or later there will have to come a point where they stop putting gas in, because obviously if they don't want to use the like non-renewable sources, it's something that like me in my current house, I've got gas central heating and a gas hob.
Yeah,
If
me
I was
too.
ever going to change that boiler, I've got to think now, shall I have one that's not gas, and shall I just replace everything with electric? Because it's going to go that way anyway. So you may as well make that initial investment now and then change it.
Yeah, it is. And, ideally, yes, let's all change to renewable electricity and using things like that. But, I think at the moment there's, as people, create this innovation and develop more and more products, the price of them will come down as well, and that's when more people will be able to adopt it, because unfortunately we can't all just go out and buy electric cars.
So, that's true.
And things like that, the price premium at the moment. So yes, hopefully all the prices will come down, and that will enable us to do it. And also I believe when National Grid is fully renewable electricity, that will be a huge tipping point for the country, because you won't have a choice. But also it'll be the same price, and if it's the same price as coal or gas, why wouldn't you have
there's no
electricity?
Option. There's no compatible, it's like when you take my car, for example, my car will do probably easy 500-600 miles off a full tank. When an electric car can be comparable and you can charge it within a reasonable time or in your own property, and there's not so much inconvenience to it, I should imagine there will be a lot of people who will adopt it. I know I will, as soon as.
Yeah. At the moment, if you live in an apartment where you don't have off-road parking, it's very, very hard, because how do you charge it up?